Is this the game changer for New York City riders? So I've been riding in New York City for years, and let's face it, this town doesn't go easy on riders. From potholes to congestion tolls, you need gear that's more than just good looking. So when Beeline sent me their Moto 2 navigation system for free to review, I knew I had to put it through the real NYC test. Hey all, it's Mel from Cafe Racer in New York City, and if you're new here, I ride, I review, and I survive the streets of this wild city, all while keeping it classic. So if you're into that, hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss the next ride or review. So for today's video, it's a full hands-on review of the Beeline Moto 2, how it really works, where it shines, and where it doesn't, and if it makes sense for city riders like us. And since I know you're wondering, the Beeline Moto 2 retails around $249 here in the US. So before we go on, please know you have to get the device and a separate mount individually. So what's in the box of the device itself? You get instructions, you see the device there, it's nice packaging, you get the USB-C cable, some extra stuff, and that's like a universal clamp. In addition to that, the universal clamp comes with these little O-rings. There's USB-C, there are the little O-rings for attachment, and that's what you get in the box of the device itself. Now for the clamp, what you get in there, you get the spacers, because they don't know what handlebars you have, you get the actual clamp, and honestly that's basically it. That's everything right there. All right, here's my first impressions. Let's start first with the install. Out of the box, the Beeline feels solid. It's compact, minimalist, and has that retro modern look that works perfectly with a cafe racer aesthetic. But there's a catch. While mounting it, the main Allen screws started stripping really easily. Honestly, I was surprised. That's something to flag, especially since it's responsible for keeping your unit secure on bumpy rides. But it's not the first time I've seen this happen. So in all fairness, even other products like SP Connect's phone mount, I've run into the same issue. So I could have just gotten a bad screw. Wait, what? Now, once it was on, it held on fine. But if you're swapping it between bikes or frequently adjusting the angle, that could be a weak point. Okay, let's talk about how it actually navigates. So I tested it across different boroughs like Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens, and it was incredibly accurate. The beeps and turn prompts cut through NYC noise, even with my helmet on. But here's the thing, NYC now has this congestion pricing zone, something we riders are still adjusting to. I noticed the app sometimes routed me through the zone, even though I had selected no tolls. Now, since I park inside the zone already, I didn't get charged, but it's something to be mindful of if you don't. This is where knowing your city comes in. I often ignored the suggested route and followed my own faster and toll-free paths. I mean, as an example, depending on the day and time, some intersections are busy with foot traffic due to tourists. Let's take 34th Street, for example. I know that when heading downtown, it's actually faster to go further out west on the avenues than to be closer to 7th Ave, as there is less pedestrian traffic out west. So although the Beeline app is suggesting the shortest route by distance, I don't think it factors in the foot traffic at peak times. But in all fairness, that can be said with most apps out there. And to Beeline's credit, the rerouting was super fast. Even though I have a phone mount on my bike, here's where the Beeline really started to win me over. Because I didn't have to keep my phone screen on, I actually saved a ton on battery life. And unlike a phone screen in direct sunlight, the Beeline screen was shockingly easy to read, even when I dipped into tunnels or rode into sunset with glare. Honestly, I was very impressed with how quickly it changed from day mode to night mode when I went through the Grand Central Tunnel. Is that what it's known? Also, it's waterproof, rugged, and way less attractive to thieves. NYC riders, you know what I mean. Alright, so I asked myself, would I use this if I wasn't reviewing it? Well, here's where it makes sense as to why I would use the Beeline Moto 2. So if you don't run a phone mount, or if it's raining and you don't want your phone to get soaked, if you're nervous someone's gonna take your phone while you're parked at a red light, or even if you just want to make those occasional FaceTime phone calls while you're parked, without switching apps. For everyday commutes, especially short hops in the city, the Beeline Moto2 gives you exactly what you need without any distractions. And even if you do know the route, it's nice to have a heads-up display for unexpected detours or closures, and that happens all the time here in New York City. And like I said earlier, the mount hardware could be better. I'd love to see a stronger material used, especially since it isn't a budget unit at $249. Also, I found myself looking at the phone app more often than expected. I mean, that could be first-time user behavior. I mean, sure, but it's worth noting. A few more NYC specific features like congestion zone avoidance, bike-friendly routing, I mean, that would really elevate it. All right, here's the final word. Yes, the Beeline Moto2 was sent to me for free, but this is not a paid review. I'm giving you my real rider first take. I mean, is it perfect? No. But is it useful? Absolutely. For NYC riders, I think it's worth considering. It keeps your phone safe, it helps conserve battery, and it gives you real-time glanceable navigation that works in this concrete jungle. I'll keep using it, and I'll update you in a few months to see how it holds up in the long term. So what about you? Have you used the Beeline Moto2 or something similar? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to get your own Beeline Moto2, I'll have links down there too. And if you haven't yet, hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss on my next NYC gear review. And if you've got a friend who'd be into this, share it with them. It really helps my channel out. And if you like this one, check out my real-world test of the SP Connect foam mount or my full review of the Rye Concept X helmet right over here. That's it for now, guys, and I'll see ya.